Hello, this is Karen Mahoney from Ready Set Crop.
And I'm Tiffany Call from Ready Set Crop. And we're back with another episode of Ready Set Crop Along. Each week we come to you with a different inspiration, whether it be a blog post or a sketch or a project recipe. Karen, tell us what we're working on this week.
I grabbed a super simple project recipe. For those of you that don't know what they are created by Creative Memories. They're accessible to Creative Memories advisors who can then share them with their customers and do classes and things like that. So I went and grabbed the Relax into Summer project recipe. And what this is all the instruction you need to make a two-page layout. They show it, what it does for them is that it highlights a certain collection. You can use any papers that you want. So it's really nice and easy. You have your cutting guide right here on the back. And on the front, it shows you how to assemble it. And voila, you have a 2 pages finished. So I really like them. But you can do it exactly as they want, or you can cut and do it your own thing, which I'm sure you're going to do, right?
Yes, you know me well.
Mhm. I'm going to be working in a 12 by 12 page. What about you?
I'm going to be working in my happy album. So it's a 10 and 3/4 or 10 and a quarter by 6 3/4, something like
Nope.
that.
10 inches by 6 3/4.
Thank you.
It's not an easy thing to remember. It's such an
No,
odd size, but I love it. So why don't we get started?
sounds good.
Okay. All right, here we go. What are you working on as far as papers?
So I'm using the All-American Blast papers because I am going to be scrapping the 3rd and 4th of July. So I figured that would work out well.
And
What about
I'm
you?
using some older Christmas papers from it was from a promo a long time ago. It's Candy Cane Lane. It's a little, the colors are a little off. They're not traditional Christmas. They're kind of like lime green and a kind of an orangey red, kind of a strange color. But I always really liked it, but it doesn't always go with traditional Christmas colors. So I'm using it with pictures of one of my grandson's Christmas concert. So,
Oh, nice.
different things that people are wearing kind of go with the colors. So I'm going to give it a shot.
I always love using alternative Christmas colors because just after a while, that red and green combo gets
Yeah.
kind of boring, you know?
It can get to be a bit much, I suppose. But I mean, I do love some traditional Christmas colors, but it
hmm
is kind of fun to change it up.
Yeah,
It's just hard. I think it really depends on your photos.
right. Yeah, if you've got lime green, that's really a specific color,
Yeah,
you know?
it's kind of a minty kind of green, but you can see my son has like a non-Christmas sweatshirt on, but it's green.
Mm.
So I was gonna try to, we're kind of mostly in regular street clothes because it wasn't Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or anything like that. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. But I'm going to pretty much copy the sketch guide as it is. It looks like you have it does call for 2 base pieces of paper. And then you're cutting 3 pieces of designer paper, but one of them is just the mats. So I'm not going to cut that one because I'm not sure how I'm putting my pictures yet. So I'm only cutting the 2 pieces of designer paper to get started. Now, are you doing 2 pages or one?
I'm doing 2 pages, but I drew mine out as a sketch because my brain doesn't really work well with the project recipe. I have to just do it separately as a sketch and then I understand it a little bit better. So,
Yep. Well,
very loose interpretation of it.
yeah. Well, absolutely. You got to do what works,
Yeah,
and we don't all do things the same way, and our brains don't all work the same way.
right.
So, if that's what works for you, I think that's great. A lot of times what I do is I start out with how it calls for something, and then I'll kind of go rogue on my own after that. So I kind of like I'll follow something until I just can't follow it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, then I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. And I'll go and do my own thing. Say 2 1/4. Now I do have to cut all these down. 6 inches. I do like these papers. I think I have probably these, I probably had at least 2 or 3 packs of it because I did like it, but I haven't used it as much as I had intended, which was kind of a bummer. Let's see. This is a little tiny piece that I have to cut here, so let's see how this goes. There. Now for
So
the
I already used this paper a little bit, but I love how it came with this piece with all these printed sort of borders.
that's what I call a cutaway sheet.
Yeah.
And it's
So I'm gonna
funny that
use,
you're using that because I literally today just went live in my private VIP group and showed how to make borders with that.
oh, cool.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like I just made borders with it and I loved it. They were super simple. And that's really funny that that's what you were doing. We're just we're just on the same page.
Yep.
Same page. Now I'm cutting all these down. I have to cut them all down to 10 inches, which so I should have, if I follow the guides that I give everybody else, I should have cut the 2 inch strip off the sheet before I started cutting, because then I would have had a whole border
Oh,
at a later date. So that wasn't too smart of me, but hey, even we make mistakes, right? So I'm going to do it on this
yes.
one. I'm going to cut off that 2 inch border before I get started. And now I'll just put this away.
So because I'm working in my happy album, I always take just white paper typically, and it's just the cover sheets from older collections, and
Yep.
I save that, and I build my layout on top of that. Um, the happy album, they don't have top loading pages for it, and I have a hard time working in the album because I'm never quite sure the order that it's going to go in, and I don't want to stick it in there and then need to move it around. So I just
Totally
do it this way.
understand. Do you ever, instead of using just the white base, you use designer paper?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this one mostly, most of the background is going to be covered, but sort of just piecing these together to see how it looks. That's super cute. I got to measure this one last area.
I think I'm done cutting on this. Now, Tiffany and I do try to keep these videos to a half an hour if possible. So I really should I should get myself a little timer.
Yeah, I was
I was
thinking that we
using
need
my
like a
phone,
little,
but I'm using my phone to film.
yeah, we need like a little kitchen timer or something
We
so we
need a
can,
little kitchen timer to see where we're at, so we can do our best to not take forever and drive everybody crazy. Everybody's time is precious.
hmm. And it's nice to show that you can do a layout in a half an hour if
Sure is.
if you don't overthink it, that can sometimes cause us to go kind of long.
That is very true. Okay, let's see. How is this going? 1, 2.
All right, so that is kind of how the background looked on the project recipe. And I'm going to start putting it together now.
A, B. Sorry, I'm trying to follow my little letters now. A, B, and E. There we go. I always I always lay everything out when I do these. I don't stick it down as I put them. I like to lay everything out first. And because you never know, I may want to flip the papers over.
Yeah.
So now this is actually, if you're doing the project recipe as it is, as it's intended, it's actually a very simple one. Because we're really just putting down a bunch of strips of paper.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see some. Courthouse.
Oh, that's really cute too. Those fireworks. Oh, well.
I know it's so hard to choose. Oh, such
I
problem.
love this collection, how it's not just straight red, white, and blue. They've got this minty green in here.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
G. Where is G? H.
This piece I cut a little crooked, so I'm just gonna flip it over to trim it.
All right.
I got the background crooked.
Now I do have to make a bunch of, well, not a bunch. I have to make a few dovetails here. Is that what you call them? Do you call them dovetails or do you call them something else?
Fishtail banner? I call it a fishtail banner. I had to think
Or
about it.
banners.
I don't know what the official thing is, but I call it
I
a
don't know
fishtail
if there's
banner.
an official thing. To be honest.
So I was intending to print my pictures today, and I didn't because my work day was crazy.
Yeah.
But I know I have 3 pictures of the 3rd of July and I have 3 pictures of the 4th of July. So I'm just gonna put my photo mats down knowing where they're going to be.
Okay.
And then I'll add them on later. I prefer to scrapbook with the photos, but sometimes it doesn't happen.
You usually do.
I usually do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I at
you
least know I looked on my phone, I figured out what ones I was using,
Yeah. Life
so I
happens
can.
because
Oh,
I'm usually not organized enough to have photos. I'm the opposite of you for a lot of things, actually. It's the thing about me and Tiffany. We get along great. We work great together. We're just very different people. But I love that about us.
Yeah, we scrapbook very differently.
We do a lot very differently.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But that's why it's fun because it's different. So let's
We
see.
keep it interesting.
We do. We absolutely do. All right, so I've got all my pieces except for I never cut the mats, which I can do later. A lot of times when I print pictures, I print pictures that have the white frame around them, so I don't have to mat them.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
But if you're cutting them down, then I have to mat them because these are matted, and if I cut it down, I'll add a white mat around it just so it flows. So let's see what I have here.
So I am going to add these, I have these poster board stickers in my stash.
My goodness.
They're giant.
They are giant.
But
They need to be a little.
I'm doing the 3rd of July and the 4th of July, so I'm going to use the 3 and the 4.
Why not? You know what? Small album, giant numbers.
Right. I don't know why that works, but somehow it does.
Contrast. That's why. Contrast. Let's see. What am I doing here? What is Karen doing? This. This. I don't really need all of these photos.
And my pictures are small. They're 3x4s and 3x3s because it's a small album. So you really can't do many 4x6s unless you're just doing one photo on the layout.
No, but then you could do the two pictures on one 4x6 and then cut those into like 3x3s.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely, I mean, you can still do squares, small squares, but it'll be good because when you fit two photos in a 4x6, you have your entire photo is present, but just
Right.
in smaller form.
Just
That's what I
smaller.
love about that. You're
Yep.
not you're not cutting something off just to get what you want to do. Now I'm fussy cutting. I don't know why. I love to do this. It's satisfying.
It's very satisfying. I love fussy cutting.
Yeah, I don't know why I find myself doing this more now. Unfortunately, I have to cut my grandson's hand off, but I'm going to touch something.
It's a love-hate thing. Some people love to fussy cut and some people hate it.
Well, I'm not a big fan of necessarily the fussy cutting itself. I just
Hmm.
find like I don't want to do a whole bunch of it, but I enjoy the look of the photo. I mean, I know a lot of people go, "Oh, but that's what we used to do when we first started. Aren't we way past stuff like that? Like circles and ovals and triangles and strips and
There are no
what
rules.
to do if it makes me happy, and I
Right.
like doing this. I mean, that's to me, this is scrapbooking, right?
Yeah.
See, I cut little Gideon. I'm gonna put him like on there like that. And I might even pop him up. Maybe I'll find a little embellishment that he could be holding. I think that would be really cute. I think I might go like this. Now it's the big thing is deciding if is this how I want I think this is how I want my papers. So I have to stick those down. What I'm doing.
I don't think this project project recipe called for a border, but I'm gonna add a border maker strip.
There is a border on the top of it.
Okay.
There's definitely a border. In the picture here, it's relaxed into summer, so there's a sunglasses border at the top.
Oh, well,
So,
I didn't jot that down in my sketch.
well, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll get through it. We will get through it. All right, so I'm doing mine on my 13-inch mat because it's all needs to be very straight because that's just me. It's the way it's called for, so I have to make it straight.
Right.
I know you're probably winging it, not worrying about it, but ooh, I like your numbers. You
Thanks.
have your two sides together. It looks really good, actually.
Yeah. So I use this Star border maker cartridge. It's an older one in my stash,
Oh, I
but
love that one. Yep.
4th of July, it's
Well,
perfect for that.
yeah.
I need to do another strip.
I'm going to use the other side of this. That's a little busy. And my photos are busy, so although I am not afraid of busy paper, I just don't.
Yeah, but sometimes with a lot of busy photos and busy paper, it can be.
Yeah, I just don't want to take away from my photos.
Mhm.
So I decided to flip one over. This is why I lay it out first. Okay, so this side is done. I'll put my, see, I don't need to cut those maps as of yet. What I do tend to do is I put my photos down with adhesive. I try not to press down too hard in case I have to move anything. I just kind of lay it.
Yeah, that's what I did with my photo mats. I just lightly put them down,
Yeah,
which is good because now I'm moving it to put my
yeah.
border
You know,
down.
this 3M stuff is super sticky. Drives me crazy a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It's a little too sticky, but it's all right. So I still have to decide where I'm putting my little Gideon. I think when I'm done, I'll decide. I'm gonna use up all this tape. I think this. Yeah, I'm doing. I had to flip a couple of ones. So did you say what pictures you were doing? I'm sure you did, but it's
So I
left.
have the 3rd of July, there's always a giant bonfire that we go to.
Yes, and
Um,
every year I mean to go to it. Every single year. We don't live in the same town, but we live near each other. Like,
yeah,
about I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes away.
yeah.
But I always need to go, and I something always comes up.
Hmm.
So and I said to my kids this year, I said, listen, we're putting these things on the calendar so we don't plan other things.
Yes.
So we can do it.
Because in my family, like the bonfire is always the 3rd of July, no matter what. It's the 3rd of July. And so in my family, we know you don't plan anything because we've
Right.
got plans.
Definitely.
So I have the bonfire for the 3rd, and then on the 4th, I have friends that live on a lake and they have a cabin, and so I go there for the 4th. So those are my two traditions. So
Yeah.
I have, I have a picture of the raging fire and then a couple group photos of my kids. And then for the 4th, I have a picture of the s'mores that I was making at the bonfire and picture of the lake, and then I don't know, something else. But yeah, that's what I have for
Well,
those.
some other thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'll do journaling in this minty green star area for the 2 pages.
Yeah.
So now I have to make the rest of my title. It's gonna be cute.
I don't know that I'm gonna get to a title. I might do the title later, because I think I'm going to probably do one at Cricket or something.
Oh, that's
And
a
I've
good
been
idea.
planning ahead, per usual. Can't not plan ahead. I kind of grabbed some photos, grabbed some paper, and I said, all right, I'm doing this.
Yep. So the back side of this floral was another cut apart just with bigger pieces. And there's this little blue and white checkered paper, and I'm going to use that for the rest of my title.
Ooh,
So it'll be another pattern, another color, but I think that's kind of fun.
cool.
And I'm going to cut it right along this wavy line that's already there.
Awesome. Let's see. What am I looking for? I was looking for a border to do, but the punch I grabbed is rather large for the space that I have. So maybe I'll just, I don't know. I think I might just be winging it. Let's see.
Didn't like the wavy part, so I'm cutting it off.
You don't like the wavy part?
No, it was too big,
Um,
but that's all right.
sorry, wavy part. Okay. I'm gonna just do some of this. I have this music notes because it's a concert. This child literally has about 4 concerts a year. Cool. The only good thing is that the school has their act together. So they split everything up by grade. So you're really only there for half an hour.
Oh, nice.
So it's, yeah, they get right to it.
That's great because as much as we love our kids and grandkids and want to support them, sometimes those concerts aren't the best.
Yeah. Well, it's when you're fighting for a seat and
Yeah,
you're, doing all these things, but you don't because they run through the grades. So one
that's
grade
great.
goes and then those parents leave the
Nice.
kids and then the next grade goes, fills in and then they do their thing, which is like about 20 minutes. So you're really only in there for about a half an hour. So it's actually, I'm very impressed with how well they do. So, uh, okay. Now I did cut some of this. This might look kind of cute.
I just made little tiny fishtail banners
There you go.
that say of July, and then I'm sticking one on the 3 and one on the 4th, so it's
There you
3rd
go.
of July and 4th of July. Simple title.
I love it. Yeah, I'm just winging this. This here. There we go. Like I said, I'll journal this later. Now just deciding where to put this child. So I'll probably put a little title here. Depends on where we are at time. How long do you think we've taken this point?
I
Not
don't
too bad.
know. I forgot to look at what time it was when we started.
You know.
Sorry.
Well, I didn't look either. Sorry, because I didn't do it. I don't remember putting it all on your shoulders. Yeah, all these cute little embellishments. Oh, see if there's anything musical in here.
Checking my stickers to see. Oh, I like that big star. Definitely.
Ah, I do love these. So cute. Let's see. They just threw all these in. Oh, I could cut the y'all off. That wasn't something people say around here.
No.
I don't know why there's always a Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas, y'all. That's really funny.
What's this? Do people say that? People gotta
I
find this
mean, I'm
out.
sure they do, just
People
not in
really, really say
Massachusetts.
that because it's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Nobody says it around here.
Nope.
Don't know these things. Oh, goodness. There's nothing with a musical note, but there are lots of cute little things. I'm gonna put the little bells there. I'm ticking, not doing the y'all. It's just that. We're just looking for something for him to hold. I'll have him hold the little star. What it's gonna have to do. It's cute. Oh, a present. Look at a present. Ah,
I like this one, Stars and Stripes and Good Vibes.
there you
That's
go.
cute.
Vibin'. All right, so I still have a little more of this border. Not sure. Feel like it probably should have gone. Just for it. No, I think I'm gonna leave it right here. That's good enough. I don't like it when I overdo.
Yeah. Sometimes I can get
Yeah,
gets
I
busy.
keep thinking I have to do this and I have to do that, and it's like, no, I really don't. Just gonna pop up this cute little bell.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna add my journaling here and put my photos, and then this page is done.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done too. I just need to do a title, but I'm not gonna spend the time to put some, whether I do a cricket title or if I do, everybody's trying to call today. Um, or if I do some ABC stickers,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna let him hold the little present. I think I'm gonna put it right here.
Super cute. I'm happy with how this came out.
Well, I wanna get a closer look. Yeah, I'm pretty much done too.
I love this little
Ooh,
cluster. And then my title there. I'll probably put a RD for 3rd of July. And then
yeah, why not?
a TH for 4th of July. Pretty quick layout to put together.
Yeah, this was actually pretty quick, I thought. So I'm pleasantly surprised, but like I said, I'm gonna put a title, maybe right here, I'm gonna put a title.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I just realized I'm sideways here. I think because I got a call,
Oh, it switched you around because you weren't sideways before.
you know, it always happens to me. Let's see. There we go.
There we go.
Sorry about that, peeps. You know, and I put my phone on do not disturb.
I know
Mm,
there's no technology,
technology is not my friend ever.
right?
You know, what do you want?
I know.
I'm past middle age at this point, so it's, I do the best I can. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you show yours close up. So let me see if I can do that. Oh, I'm going to remove this pin here. There we go. You can kind of show it.
Yeah, so there's my completed 2-page layout. And I've got this nice cluster here, my big jumbo poster board 3. And then I've got my other little cluster here with my poster board 4 and my border of stars across the bottom.
Yeah. And
And
you
then I'll
did need
do,
the frame around it just like it did on the project recipes. So
yeah, and I like that. It kind of brings everything in.
yeah,
I like that. And then I'll do my journaling right there, and that'll be it.
looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll show you mine.
Yeah.
There we go. Just so you can see the whole thing and it's not sideways now. My phone is a little sideways, I think here. I'm trying to recover. Um, so yeah, so I did the double page, 2 by 12 pages. And it's pretty much done. I'm just going to journal. I'll probably put a title here.
Mhm.
I think I'll probably do some of those little write-on journal strips.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because there really isn't a lot to say except who, what, when, where,
Hmm.
and it'll be pretty. I couldn't find the flyer that went with this. They give you a little booklet when you go in, but
Oh, yeah.
that's fine. I've got one for every other one, so it's totally fine. So that's it. We did good. I don't
That was
think
fun. I really like that layout, how it came out.
Yeah, I don't think we went too long either, to be honest with you. So again, just for reference, we used the Relax into Summer Creative Memories project recipe. So if you're an advisor, you know how to get this. If you're not, just contact your advisor and they can get this to you so you can make it yourself. If you're one of our customers, just contact us and we'll get it to you as well. But that was a lot of fun. So
Yeah, it was.
I will see you next time.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.